Namaste. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. I'm Monique. Today we're really going to be working on our hips and our pelvic region. It's all about opening up the hips, opening up this whole area of our body. And how we're going to access this area is similar to a tortoise. A tortoise has his little limbs to get where he wants to go. And then where he wants to arrive, or when he arrives at where he wants to be, he retracts his limbs and goes inward. So in a similar manner today, we are going to find our pose, we're going to use our limbs to get into our pose, and then we're going to find that stillness. In the Bhagavad Gita, there's a chapter that teaches us, each and every one of us has an inherent wisdom. And the only way to access this wisdom is to allow all the external noise to quieten, to dissolve, and to allow yourself to draw all your senses within. And by holding the pose and finding our stillness, our goal or our aim or our hope is that we're able to access all our inner wisdom. So let's begin by taking a deep belly inhale. Feel your belly get large. Feel the air travel up, your ribs expand, your shoulders broaden and soften. And hold that breath. Feel free to close your eyes at any time. And only when you're ready, a nice, long, deep exhale. Oftentimes, when we exhale, we allow everything to slouch. Today, when we exhale, I'm going to ask you all, as you exhale, draw your belly, using your core muscles, draw your belly in and up, pushing all that air that we no longer need upwards, and then we exhale it outwards, eliminating. So on the inhale, big belly breath, feel your whole torso flooding with oxygen, nourishing. On your exhale, draw your belly in, draw everything up towards your midline as you eliminate, pushing that air up and out, purifying. Take a few more rounds at your own time. Really find your stillness, finding your breath. Always making a sacred space for yourself on your mat. Knowing this is your practice and you must modify or adjust any pose to better suit your own body. Quieten all your thoughts. Just find that stillness, find your breath. And when you feel ready, we're going to work our way into child's pose. So come to the back of your mat. Your big toes are together. Allow your hips to work your way to your heels. Knees are nicely, widely spread. And then just draw your hands out in front of you. Just allowing your chest to melt to the earth. Forehead on the mat, grounding you. Find your stillness here. Just a few breaths. And when you feel ready, we're going to work our way, keeping our big toes together, work your way into a cat back. Really round your back, pushing away from the earth, tucking your chin, tail. Flow forward all the way into hammock. Your feet come to either edge of your mat, your shoulders are rolled back and down. We lift our sternum, we lift our gaze. And we exhale back into our cat. Really round, tucking everything in, bringing our big toes together, finding our child's. And come back up into your cat, round, 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 round. Push away from the earth. concentrating on your upper back. Find the roundness there. And flow into your hammock. Legs to either edge of your mat. Shoulders are back and down. Opening up your chest, making room for your heart. And find your cat. And your child's. One more round like this before we add on. Inhale, cat back. Push away from the earth. Flow into your hammock. Rolling your shoulders back and down, creating space in your chest. And return to your cat. Chin and tail are tacked, upper back is rounded. Hips move to our heels, back into child's. We're going to add on here. So this time, inhale, up into your cat. Flow into your hammock, create the space in your chest, look over your left shoulder, drawing your left heel towards your left bottom cheek, and release. Let's take it to the other side. Look over your right shoulder, rolling that shoulder down, draw your right heel in, getting a nice twist, and release. Find your cat, round through your upper back, heels and toes, or toes come together as we find our child. Once more like that. Coming up into our cat, push away from the earth, tucking our chin, tucking our tail, we flow into our hammock, spreading our collarbones, opening our chest, gaze up at the ceiling. Bring your heel to your bottom as you look over your shoulder, finding that twist. Feel your whole body beginning to wake up and release. Taking it to the opposite side, we look over our shoulder, bring our heel towards our bottom, finding that twist and release. Exhale into your cat and return to your child's. Curling our back toes, make your way into your first downward dog of the day. Feeling free to bring any additional movement into it, maybe swaying your hips, maybe pedaling your feet, all the while pushing the back of your thighs towards the back wall, lifting your hips, scooping your belly in and up, broad and through your collarbones, fingers are widely spread, equally distributing your weight. Inhaling up onto our toes, we're going to start with our 4 rounds of sun salutation. Inhaling up onto our toes, we bend our knees, we bring our gaze forward as we step or we hop. We inhale, half lift. We exhale, full forward fold. Arcing our arms up, saluting the sun. Gaze towards your thumbs. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. We half lift, finding that length. Bending our knees, framing our feet, we step back into our plank. Slide slightly forward, engage your core, lower chaturanga. Feel free to modify by lowering your knees. Slide into your up dog. We're on the tops of our feet, our thighs are off the mat, and we meet in our down dog. Inhaling up onto our toes, bending our knees, gaze comes forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen into your half lift, Ardha Uttasana. Exhale, head hangs heavy as we find Uttasana, full forward fold. Arcing arms up, saluting the sun, gazing towards our thumbs. Hands come down through heart center, forward fold, half lift. Bending our knees, framing our feet, we return to our plank. We slide forward, lower chaturanga, modify by lowering your knees. Slide up dog, open up your chest, roll your shoulders back and down. Meet in our down dog. 2 more rounds. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze comes forward, we step or we hop to the top of our mat. We inhale into our half lift. We exhale, full forward fold, Uttasana. Allow your head to hang. Arcing arms up, saluting the sun, paying homage to the sun and all its life-giving energy. We bring our hands down through heart center as we forward fold, bowing towards the earth, giving thanks for all the earth's life-giving nutrients. We inhale into our half lift, bringing a bend to our knees, palms to the mat. We step back into our plank. We slide forward, we lower chaturanga, we slide into our up dog, and we meet in our down dog. Last round. Inhaling, coming up onto our toes, bending our knees, gaze comes forward, we step or we hop. We inhale, Ardha Uttasana, finding our length. We exhale, Uttasana. Arcing arms up, saluting the sun. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. We half lift, bending our knees, framing our feet. We return to our plank. We slide forward, hugging our arms towards our ribs. We lower into our chaturanga dandasana. We slide into our up dog, and we meet in our down dog, completing sun salutation. Finding your stillness, find your breath. On our next inhale, inhale your leg furthest from me into 3-legged dog, squaring your hips, lengthening through that leg. Step it all the way through, plant it between your hands. Pivot your back foot, 45-degree angle. Push into your foot, and then using your core muscles, inhale, warrior one. Squaring your hips, drawing everything towards your midline, relaxing your shoulders, fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Deep breaths. Take your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then draw your hands away. Puff out your chest. When you feel ready, hinging forward, humble warrior, bringing our head to the inside of our thigh. Find your stillness here, allowing your arms to come further and further overhead, allowing your head to sink deeper towards your mat. Find your stillness, find your breath. Releasing our hands to frame our front foot. Pivot your back foot so that we're in a lunge, that we're in a high lunge. And again, pushing through this foot. Engage your core muscles. Find your length in your spine. Bring your hands to your thigh and come up into your high lunge. Lengthen through your back leg. Square your hips. Find the stillness over here. Allow your body the time it needs to begin to open. Releasing your hands to frame your front foot. Step your leg to the outside of your hands. Lizard pose. Keep on lengthening through that back leg. Hips are square. Wrists are under your shoulders. If you like, you can come onto the outer edge of your front foot, allowing your knee to open. Breathe into any areas where you might be feeling sensation. Come down into your forearms, or a block if you have a block. Keep on breathing, lengthening through your back leg, lengthen through your spine. Breathe into your hips. A few more breaths here. And when you're ready, take your arm to the outside of your foot, coming down into your forearms, getting deeper into our lizard. You can always lower your back knee if you wish. Listen to your body, take any modifications that are necessary. Draw your hands and wrists back under your shoulders. Lower your back knee. Draw your heel towards your bottom. Inhaling your arm furthest from me. We reach around, taking hold of the top of that foot as we draw towards our bottom. Roll your shoulder back and down, gazing behind you, drawing that heel closer and closer to your bottom. If your hand doesn't meet your foot, just enjoy the twist. Whichever feels best. Feel all those wonderful sensations in your quads, hip flexors. Just breathe. And release. Planting our hands under our shoulders, curling our back toes. Step back into your plank. Slide forward, hugging our arms in. We lower chaturanga. We slide into our up dog. And we return to our down dog. Pedal it out, find your breath. Find your stillness. Today is all about finding the stillness in our poses, in our postures. Taking it to the opposite side. Inhale your leg closest to me. Three-legged dog. Extend through that leg. Square your hips. And when you feel ready, plant it between your hands. Pivot your back foot, 45-degree angle, preparing for warrior one. Lengthen through your spine. Engage your core muscles and inhale up into your warrior one. Hips are squaring. Everything's drawn towards your midline. Relaxing our shoulders. Find the stillness. Taking our arms behind us. Interlace your fingers. Rolling your shoulders back and down. Puffing out our chest. Few deep breaths here. Keep on drawing your hands away. And when you're ready, hinging from your hips, humble warrior. Head comes to the inside of your leg. Remembering that gravity is our friend. Just allow your head to hang heavy. Feel this tension releasing from your neck. Releasing our hands to frame our front foot, pivot your back foot, preparing for a high lunge. Press down into your front foot, lengthen through your Inhale, hands to thigh, high crescent lunge. Shoulders are back and down. Spine is lengthened. Keep on pushing through that back leg. Extend. Releasing our hands to the mat, framing our front foot. Take your foot to the outside of your hand. Lizard pose. As before, if you wish, come onto the outer edge of your front foot. Maybe allow your knee to gently open. You can always lower your back knee if you like. Wrists are under our shoulders. We're lengthening through the spine, lengthening through that back leg. When you feel ready, come down to your forearms, keeping that length all the way, running up your leg, through your spine, reaching through the crown of your head. Couple more breaths here. And then take your forearm to the outside of your foot, getting even deeper into our lizard. Just knowing our breath will help us find the stillness. Drawing our hands under our shoulders, lower your back knee to the mat, reach your arm closest to me, finding your length, draw your back foot in, take hold of the top of your foot, drawing toward your bottom as you roll that top shoulder back and down. Breathe into it. Deep, deep, deep breath. And release. Palms come to the mat, we curl our back toes, we step back into our plank to do vinyasa, or you can just meet us in down dog. So lower chaturanga, hugging your arms in, slide up dog, and let's all meet in down dog. Deep breaths. Finding our breath. On our next inhale, inhale your leg furthest from me into three-legged dog. Step it through plant between your hands. Pivot both feet to face forward. We find ourselves in a wide angle forward fold. Hands are under our shoulders. The weight of our head is carrying us down. And then begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Nice straight back, lengthening through your spine, pushing your hips to the wall behind you. Fingers are tented. So as we're reaching through our fingertips, we're pushing our hips back. Just enjoying all those sensations in our hips. Then walk your hands over towards your left foot, opening up our side body. If you wish, inhale your left arm up towards the ceiling. Perhaps drape it behind your back, rolling that top shoulder back. And release. Left arm returns to the mat. Taking it to the opposite side, we walk our hands around to the right side. Perhaps you'd like to stay just as we are. Or maybe inhale your right arm up, rolling that top shoulder back. or maybe drape it behind your back. Taking hold of your inner thigh if that feels good. And release. Bring our left hand back to the mat. We take our hands under our shoulders. Now we're going to bring a big bend into our knees. Nice big bend. Reach your bottom towards the wall behind you. 90-degree bend in your elbows. Keep on walking those hands further and further back, so that your head almost comes to the mat, taking it nice and low. Few deep breaths here. And release. Walk your hands under your shoulders, straighten your legs. Hands come to your hips. With a straight back, we hinge all the way back up to center. Just allowing all that energy to flow back down. Hands come to center, and we step our feet back into the middle. On the inhale, inhale your arms up. Hands come down through heart center as we find Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground down into the earth, feeling the four edges of your feet. Kneecaps raise, quads engage. Bellies hugged in, shoulders are up, back and down. Feel the strength of mountain pose. Feel how secure, how grounded you feel into the earth. And when you're ready, finding your breath, finding your balance, inhale your right leg up, clasping beneath your knee, just finding your breath. Hold. Option to stay as we are here, or if you wish, gently find a twist. And return to center. Taking that leg, drape it over your leg, finding eagle. Bring your hands into eagle. Arms, elbows are reaching away from your shoulders. Fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. Find your eagle. And then fly your eagle, hinging from your hips. Lengthening through your fingertips in your crown. Keep your balance, keep your drishti, your focal point, and let's work our leg into a figure four. Foot is flexed, protecting your knee and ankle. And just find your figure four. Reaching your hips towards the wall behind you. And release. Inhaling back up. Hands come down through heart center as we come into mountain. Once again, feel the four edges of your feet, quads engaged, bellies hugged in, rolling our shoulders up, back and down, finding that stability. When you feel ready, once you have your breath, have your balance, find your focal point and inhale your leg up. Inhaling your leg up, clasping beneath your knee. Maybe you'd like to stay as you are or find your twist. Returning to center, wrap it and wrap your arms. Finding your eagle. And then fly your eagle. And fly your eagle. Hinging from your hips. Your figure four. Push your hips behind you. Push this knee towards the mat and flex your foot. And release all the palms up, hands come to heart center, step your feet out and sink all the way down into Malasana. Knees and feet are facing the same direction, beautiful straight spine, just allowing your lower back to release. Deep breath. If you'd like to come into the bind here, reach your left hand out in front of you, wrap it around the outside of your shin, inhale your right hand up, draping behind your back, roll your top shoulder back and gaze up at the ceiling. And release. Taking it to the opposite side. Stretch or reach your right hand out. Wrap it around the outside of your right shin. Inhale your left hand up, finding your length. Then drape it behind your back, taking hold of your hand. Keep that top shoulder up and back. And release. Returning to center. Bring your bottom to the mat. Make your way onto the left side of your mat, holding onto your shins, maybe scooching slightly forward. We're going to lower all the way, one vertebra at a time. Oops, sorry. Going to lower all the way, one vertebra at a time, onto our mats. Preparing for bridge. Walk your heels close towards your bottom. Once again, we're pressing to all edges of our feet. Engage your core as you inhale up into bridge. Maybe walk your feet further back, always the option to come up onto your toes, whichever feels best for you. We really want to engage our core muscles, predominantly our pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze. As we engage our core muscles, all the blood rushes towards this area, nourishing, revitalizing. Hold. Push up towards the ceiling. And just release halfway. And when you feel ready, inhale back up into your bridge. Squeezing your inner thighs together, trying to get it higher and higher. Deep breaths. Release halfway, twice more. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And release. Last time. Lift, lift, lift. And release all the way down. Nice and slow. Bring your back, your bottom, and your feet to the mat. Draw your knees into your chest, your forehead into your knees. Roll up like a ball, stretch it out. Clasping under your right knee. Extend your left leg down onto the mat. Flex both feet as you draw your right knee towards your right armpit. Nice abdominal massage. Keep stretching or reaching your legs in opposite directions, pushing that knee down towards the mat. We're going to come into Supta Padangusana. So if you have a strap, take your strap over the arch of your foot and inhale your leg up into Supta Padangusana. If you don't have a strap, just take hold of your foot, of your shin, whichever feels good for you. Keep on pressing down into your leg on the mat. Both feet are flexed. Feel that beautiful stretch right from your heel all the way down your leg into your hip. Give your body the time it needs to open. Taking your hands under your foot, straighten and draw your chest, draw your forehead towards your knee. And always bring this knee up, whichever feels best. Bring your bend to your knees, coming to rock the baby. Cradle your leg, keep your foot flexed. We want the rotation to be in our hip rather than our knee, so we want to stabilize our knee and our ankle by keeping our foot flexed. Keep your foot flexed and just rock your baby. Nice and gently. And when you feel ready, half happy baby. Taking the inner arch of your foot, bringing your ankle and your knee into a straight line, pushing your thigh towards the mat, and just continue to draw your leg further and further back. Remember, we never force, we just allow. Allow your body to go where you'd like it to go today. If you wish, take your elbow in front, or take your elbow behind your knee, allowing your arm to even allow you to open up further. And gently release. Switching sides, clasp under your left knee as your right knee plants into the mat. Feet are flat. Draw that left knee towards your left shoulder. Just a few moments here. Your right leg is active, it's pushing down towards the mat. And prepare for Supta Padangusthasana, taking hold of your shin wherever you're most comfortable as we extend our leg towards the ceiling. Just feeling all those sensations running up and down the leg. You can always use a strap here or a belt. Then taking hold of your foot or your shin, draw your forehead towards your knee. Just a few moments here. And release. Coming to rock the baby on the side. We flex our foot, placing our foot into the crook of our arm, and we just rock the baby. Just releasing that hip, nourishing that hip. Taking hold of the inner arch of our foot or your big toe. Half happy baby. Keep on pushing this leg down into the mat and keep on drawing your ankle and foot further back. Foot is flexed. If you like, place your elbow behind your knee, helping your arm draw that leg even further back. Few more breaths here. And when you feel ready, come into full happy baby, holding your feet wherever you feel most comfortable, pushing your pelvis down towards the mat, using your arms to help keep your legs open. And release. Draw your legs back together. Using your hands to support yourself, work your way up into a seated position, pivoting to face the front of the mat. Legs are nice and open, feet are parallel. Coming into a twist, our legs drape to the one side. Our torso follows our twist around. We lengthen through our spine as we twist. We feel that internal rotation of our top hip and the external rotation of our bottom hip. Maybe you'd like to stay just as we are, or perhaps you'd like to come down into your torso. 90-degree bend in your elbows. Maybe you'd like to take hold of your foot. Few breaths here. And release. Using your palms to support you, gently work your way upright and come back to center. Find the length in your spine. Allow your legs to drape to the opposite side. Torso follows them around. Find that twist. If you wish, come all the way down. You can goal post your arms, nice big deep bend in your elbows. And if you like, take hold of your foot. When you feel ready, release your foot, use your hands to support you, making your way upright, and return to center. Bringing our legs or the soles of our feet together, similar to butterfly or cobbler's pose, except this time, slide them out slightly more, so we've got more of a diamond shape. Finding our length, we inhale, arms up, shoulders are relaxed, find your length, then from your hips, just hinge forward. We're not even trying to go all the way, just reach forward and inhale back up. And hinge. And inhale twice more. Let's hinge. And inhale. Final time, we're going to hinge, but this time bring your hands to your feet, your forehead, either to your feet or to your mat. And then taking our arms, slide them under your shins, taking hold of your feet, finding your modified tortoise. Let's find our stillness here. Withdraw all our senses into this posture, finding that inherent wisdom that each one of us possesses. Perhaps you'd like to stay modified tortoise, or if you wish, we can take the pose all the way into Kurmasana, tortoise pose. So walk your hands out to either side, palms face down. Internally rotating your shoulders, turn your palms up. Find your stillness. And then begin to walk your hands behind you so that your hands interlace. If you wish, you can use a strap here. Just find your tortoise. Just like a tortoise, slow and steady, knowing we'll arrive where we're meant to be. When you're ready to release, draw your arms back to either side. Bring them back to hold your feet. Maybe you'd like to spend another moment or two here in modified tortoise. And when you're ready, slide your arms from under your shins, stack your spine, and return to center. Bring our legs together. Take your legs to the side and find your way onto your belly. We've done a lot of forward bends, so for a counter pose, we're going to find our cobra. Hands slide just back of your shoulders, reach through your legs, pushing into downwards into your pelvic bone, keeping the length through your spine. Inhale up into your baby cobra. Keep that length through your spine, through your neck. And release. And inhale, baby cobra. Finding that length in your spine, elbows are drawing together, shoulders are rolling down the back. And release. Twice more. Inhale. And release. Last time. Inhale. And release. Gently using your palms to support you. Bring a bend to your knees. Big toes come together as we find our child's pose. Foreheads on the mat, grounding you. Stretch it out. Maybe tiptoe your fingers further away from you if that feels good. Coming up onto all fours. We're going to cross our feet at the ankles. Allow our weight to fall back as we bring our legs out in front of us. Scooching again to the top end of your mat so you have space behind you. Lower back down, nice and gently. One vertebra at a time, back down onto your mat. Preparing for our reclined twist, arms come out to either side, drawing our legs into our chest. We allow our legs to drape to the right and we gaze over our left shoulder. You may want to place your right hand on top of your left thigh. You may want to come into cattails, extending your top leg. And if that feels good for you and your shoulders are flat, you can reach down, taking hold of your right foot with your left hand. And gently release. Drawing our legs back up to center. Let's take it to the opposite side. Legs straight to the left, gaze over your right arm. And rest your palm on top of that right thigh, or once again, come into cattails. Drawing your knees into your chest, give yourself a really tight squeeze. Showing your body some love, showing yourself some love. Just for showing up today, coming to your mat. Take a few moments here to do whatever feels good. You may want to do circles in either direction, well in both directions. Massaging your hips. Maybe you'd like to just rock gently backwards and forwards. Massaging your lower back. We've done lots of hip openers today. So just take a moment to do whatever feels comfortable. And only when you feel ready, prepare for Shavasana. If you've got a blanket handy, roll it up nice and tight. Place it under your knees. It's wonderful for your lower back. Allow your arms to rest loosely at your sides. Flatten your shoulders. Feet are draped open, palms are facing up. Allow your eyelids to close. Feel your facial muscles relax. Feel your belly relax. Your thighs. Just knowing that all you need to do is breathe. Allow everything to soften. Just allowing yourself to be in this moment. Allowing yourself the space and time to just be. I invite you to spend as much time as you wish in Shavasana. Only when you feel ready, perhaps you'd like to extend your arms and feet in opposite directions, stretching it out, maybe interlacing your fingers, turning your palms to face the back wall. Whatever feels good. Nice, long, deep, luxurious stretch. Maybe you'd like to roll over onto your favourite side into the fetal position, getting ready to re-embrace the world. However you choose to make your way out of Shavasana, allow it to be gentle and mindful. Just honouring yourself, honouring your body. And only when you're ready, using your forearm and your hand to support you, we gently make our way into an easy seated pose. Sitting however you're most comfortable. We bring our hands into prayer, thumbs lightly touching our sternum, keeping that connection, feeling the vibration of our heart, keeping that connection with yourself. Just take a few moments just to feel how you feel. I hope that throughout your practice you manage to find that stillness. You manage to access that inherent wisdom that each and every one of us has. I thank you for coming to your mat and sharing your practice. And until we all meet again, may our thoughts be kind, our words gentle, and our hearts only full of love, from mine to yours. Namaste.